Oh man, this is huge news, guys. Breaking news. We've just had the producer price inflation come in at a huge bullish scenario. It came in much lower than expected. Markets will be moving on this positive news, and Bitcoin, as we know, is in a critical position waiting to break out from a hugely bullish pattern. This video I'm going to show you exactly what the data is showing, what this means for the immediate Bitcoin price, but also longer term, guys. This is a major flip in the mindset and narrative that we've been in. Remember, this inflation has been the headache for us throughout 2022. Now we're officially seeing it plummet, not just fall, but plummet. We're going to get straight into that data. You can see Bitcoin moving 1.3% up right now. Let's jump on over to understand exactly what's happening, because the major markets are moving as well. We're seeing some greenness in the pre-market. What is it being based on? Well, let's take a look here, guys, because the first thing I need to share with you is that this PPI figure was expected to come in at 6.8. It came in at 6.2% year on year. If we take a look at the month-on-month figure, it was expected to come in at minus 0.1, guys. It came in at minus 0.5. A huge move to the downside, showing that inflation is really quickly ramping down to the downside. And Jerome Powell is going to be sitting there thinking, hang on a second, the markets were right. The markets called my bluff. Remember, we were monitoring the Fed rate monitor tool in the market. 35-40% of the market were pricing in a pause. Expect this figure to climb, guys, over the next couple of hours. Maybe by the time I've uploaded this video, that percentage will rise more. The market will demand a pause in the interest rate hikes, and Jerome Powell's got some thinking to do. We are just less than 2 weeks away from the FOMC meeting on the 1st of Feb. He's got a decision to make. This pretty much locks in 25 basis points. Remember, I was thinking maybe he could get away with 50 basis points before the CPI. Now we had good CPI, good PPI, and he's got to come in check. So this 25%, which the market has priced in a 25 basis points increase, 64% of the market is expecting that. Now, the 35% of the market that's expecting a pause, that could come into play as well. So this is hugely positive that inflation is plummeting down and further corroborates what we are expecting. Now, it's important to understand, yes, I'm expecting a nice move to the upside, but remember what I said before, markets are expecting inflation to come down. Markets are not going to be fooled by this. Where the markets are really going to move is when data they weren't expecting starts to fall. The labor figures. Remember, this is the year of the labor figures, particularly Q1, Q2. They're already expecting inflation to come down. If inflation missed, however, if we had zero or a positive number on the month-on-month, then we could have seen a really upset market. So not only have we avoided the upset market, but we could get a good rally, because this is a huge beat. Minus 0.1% to actually come in at minus 0.5. That's a factor of 5. And if you look at the year on year, huge difference as well. 6.8 to actually going down to 6.2. Look at that big plummet there in PPI. Retail sales also came in at a lower than expected, just slightly, but still lower than expected, showing that demand is softening and the economy is starting to grind to a halt. Yesterday, you had Goldman Sachs drop 5% on missed earnings. Okay, so we're starting to see the impact that Jerome Powell is having with his rate hikes, and he's got to decide, am I going to plummet this economy into recession, or am I still trying to do this soft landing? So this is going to be really important now as Jerome Powell comes up in the next 12 days. Let's take a look at Fear and Greed Index. You can see Fear and Greed Index starting to notch up, right? Sitting there at 52. Let me just get this. Got to click this ad for you guys so you can see it. Obviously sitting at 52, right? Markets are pretty confident. They're happy with this pattern. Let's take a look here at the Bitcoin chart. We're in this consolidation pattern which we've been monitoring here between the orange lines. Remember, I called out this bearish divergence, right, where the RSI is heading downwards, the orange line there, but the price is moving up. This normally indicates that we're losing some steam in the upwards run, but this is positive data which is further fueling our tanks for Bitcoin to continue moving. So you can see here, nice positive move there, taking us to the top of this channel now. And the question is, can this be sustained, and can we break from the top of this channel? Remember, if we get that nice clean breakout to the top of this channel, if we can get not only a break but a nice confirmation candle with good volume, I will be entering another long position. Sorry, I never take shorts. I'm saying a short-term long position is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'll be taking a trade there. If you guys want to trade, links in description. BYBIT, BITGET. You guys know I'm against shorting. I'm against leverage. I trade on spot. And then obviously I've got my long-term portfolio, which right now I'm feeling really positive about my long-term position because macro trends are improving. We just need Jerome Powell to understand that he cannot damage this economy. He needs to come out. He needs to at least do 25 basis points. And we need to see a pause, whether it's not this meeting meeting. I want to pause in the next meeting. I think the market is demanding the same. They're not going to fall for his bluffs. They're not going to fall for the commentary he may make. They're going to rally because the markets want to be ahead of everybody else, and we're going to start to see that. Okay, so important that we monitor this pattern here. Very, very important. And what is the price target of this pattern? Well, if you get a nice breakout from this bullish move, this can bring you to a price target of 23,000. That's me being conservative, measuring the move, the impulse move, and applying it to the end here. That brings you to 23 and a half, which is an interesting move for us to take. Now, of course, we need to put this into perspective. Let's take a look at a few important indicators, and you can see we're riding off the top of our hourly EMA ribbon. So this is good. I'm expecting a nice strong volume bounce from this EMA ribbon. Let's hold it. Let's notch this up to the 4 hourly. And you can see on the 4 hourly, we got nice extension above our EMA ribbon. Look at that move, guys. Huge move, huge bullish move. And this is why a lot of the market's expecting a pullback. But remember, when a lot of the market are expecting something, what tends to happen? You tend to get the opposite. Right? That's how it plays out. You end up getting the opposite of what the market is expecting. So be careful when everybody's telling you there's going to be a pullback. It doesn't work as straightforward as that. Let's jump into here, in fact. And I want to show you this, which is if you head on over to CoinGlass, I'm just going to give it a refresh. You can actually pull up the ratio of shorts versus long. At the moment, they're quite evenly matched. So I don't want anybody to think this is a done conclusion. The market's going to move to the upside in terms of a trading strategy. But one thing you can deem, this doesn't want to load. One thing we can notice straight away is that we are poised here, right? It can move in either direction, but the fundamentals are with us, are with the bulls. And so we need to ask the bears, where are you at? If you want to short this market right now, I dare you to short this market right now, because Bitcoin is poised, is pumped. Monetary policy has to loosen. You've not got the Fed on your side this time, shorts. Shorts, you may have had a fun 2022, but that's it for you, right? That rhymes. See that? Rhymes on the rhymes. So definitely looking forward to that. Definitely some excitement there. We've got them onto the chart. Let's head on over to the daily before I give you one warning, of course. So look at this daily chart, hugely extended. Do not be surprised at some point to see the pullback, right? I know everybody's expecting it, and I can see why they're expecting it, because the chart is telling you we need to see a pullback. But it doesn't necessarily happen when you're expecting it to happen. It'll happen when you least expect it. So right now, I'm going to wait. If I see the breakout of that bull flag and I see the confirmation, I can take that trade. In terms of long-term position, I'm not touching it. I'm not going to DCA right now because the candles are so far away that I'm not chasing green candles. So no DCAing right now. Let this play out. If we get a huge retracement back down to EMA ribbon, back down to these levels below 19,000 or even around 19,000, by all means, I'll DCA a little bit and top up my bags a little bit. I've been doing that throughout 2022 anyway, so I've been used to some really cheap prices, including Bitcoin at 15,500. So it's going to have to be a decent price for me to get excited. But for now, looking for that pump to the upside. Markets are good, guys. If there's one takeaway to be had now, inflation is really plummeting, and it's plummeting fast. And remember, Jerome Powell will not want to throw the economy into a deep recession. So he's got to be very, very careful. And I wouldn't want to be him tonight, having seen all this data come out. He's got to be very, very careful. And he said it before. He'd rather pause now, and if inflation notches back up, he can increase interest rates. Do that. But if we get that pause, markets will be excited. So there you have it, guys, an emergency update for you guys. If you appreciate this, even in the car, wherever I am in the world, regardless if I got meetings, I'll pull over. Make sure I give you guys the update. Smash up likes. Don't forget to subscribe. jars.uk/TA. Learn all this technical analysis, guys. It's not rocket science. I've put it all there for you free. It's not thousands of dollars. It's there for free. Skillshare. Links in description. Sign up. Use it as an encyclopedia and keep it open whenever you're trading until you become confident, until you learn all these things that we've just covered off here. I will be doing more courses. So jump into the Discord. Link is in description. It's free. And have your vote on what courses you want next. Do you want on-chain? Do you want psychology? Do you want how to build a good portfolio? Do you want how to do fundamental analysis, tokenomics? Vote in Discord. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.